Welcome back, everybody. My name is Kaz.
This is Medibot.
And this is a recap of last time, because it was so great. We get this cutscene with the Beanstar going all crazy. We've just defeated Popple and Rookie, who's not so secretly Bowser, and off we go into space.
Oh yeah. They're not getting away that easy. We will fight you in space. We've fought people in space before. We'll do it again.
We've been instructed that it is presumably important that this Beanstar thing be, I don't know, intact, kept hours, ah!
Bowser broke it, he's too strong.
It broke! This probably spells really bad things for us, to the tune of 4 dungeons worth of fetch quests. Also, I'm missing.
Where are you at? Oh no.
Oh!
You're being bullied by crabs.
Tiny enemy crabs!
You all get out of here.
I think they thought my hat was another crab and they were trying to mate with it. Ugh.
Hundreds of tiny pincer rooms.
You don't even want to know what the sand fleas were doing.
Oh god. Sand.
So here we are at Oho Oasis.
Oho Oasis. You ever been here?
No. Hey, there's a ghetto blaster.
Activate that.
It is a scientific ghetto blaster.
Apparently there were researchers here that left ghetto blasters behind for other researchers to find.
Well, while they were practicing the hippest science on this place, they also discovered the OG. It's these little new-looking guys, and you can turn them into monsters. But why would you? Why would you do that? Look at them. You know, there they are.
They're pretty cute. Plus, to turn them into a monster, you have to actually set them on fire. First of all, we're not even made of fire.
Indeed. Ooh, what's that? Do
you see any fire flowers around here? Because I don't.
I saw a little weevil. I wonder what that was all about. It's indicated that the OHG mimic human speech, or bean speech, I guess. But, from what I recall, they do a pretty fair imitation. Talking to this guy, for instance. Okay, never mind. I'll go on my micro-adventure. Break a break a brick, break a rock.
That belonged in a museum.
It belongs back in the ground. Whoa! And then there's a sun god dude thing. Huh. 3,000 years? Jeez. Wait.
Did they even, like, have... Was the sun around back then? When did the sun get invented?
Scientists had to invent it using phlogiston back in the 1600s, I thought. So... couldn't have been 3,000.
That just means that this game takes place in at least 4600.
Oh. Well, that would be time enough for humans to evolve into green, bean-shaped things. That would mean that the ancient jokes they're talking about were our jokes all along! You maniacs! You yucked it up!
You've touched fire.
I am, and now I have the burning palm. Look at it sparkle! Chow!
That's definitely extremely magical.
Go tell jokes with it.
Doesn't that hurt?
No? Blistering hand power.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna call it, you know,
I mean, I got a blistering hand right here, but it doesn't set anything on fire. More like
First,
callous,
press the R
really.
button to sit through yet another tutorial, despite the fact that we're many hours into the game.
Yeah, this is like before. I was actually controlling the rate of the dialogue and everything, but now I can. Now it's set. Oh, you should try it once to prove to us that you can. Oh, hold on.
Oh, you're doing the finger gun with your hand.
Incidentally, this allows Mario to thereafter walk the dinosaur, which I hope to demonstrate a little later.
You've discovered the ancient fire dance. It's so powerful.
Ancient as
That's,
in contemporary with Sir Isaac Newton.
Let's get some dinosaur walking on.
Yeah!
Yes! So good. Importantly, you can light things on fire in the overworld for convenient puzzle solving.
There it is.
Oh my god. Such a good dance. Well, I mean, that's great.
It is! And not only
Now
that, it
possess
also...
the power of fire.
Yeah, it also gave me a new move in battle.
Yes,
Use
you
my
can
hand
now
in power.
perform the hand attack.
Hand attack.
which
There it is again, a
makes
little
things-
weevil thing. Or maybe it's
That's a hermit
Oh,
crab.
oh, hermit crab.
Or some kind of little shell
Hold on.
crab. What are you doing?
I am getting my revenge.
I guess revenge is a fair reason to smush
There
a
were
crab.
two of them, right? So this one gets burned. Hold on. We want some cooked crab. Well, I guess I missed, so that's... He gets to go uncooked this time.
Now we're in, like, a blue place.
Blue-colored
Wait.
OG.
With a lightning bolt, which means Voldemort's here.
Is that what that means?
I think so. I'd better stay on my guard.
Well, I guess he did leave that on Harry Potter's face. Maybe that's how wizards sign their names. Like hideously disfiguring children. You know, that would be like par for the
I
course.
know
for
that most
wizards
of
that
my
I know.
legal agreements require me to hideously disfigure a child for it to be legally binding.
Letter of the law, I guess. Scarlet letter of the law?
I have made the moon guy extremely unhappy. I'm going to touch his magical Dyson sphere. Not Dyson sphere. What are they called?
Oh yeah, the the plasma
generator.
globe things.
Yeah.
Plasma spheres.
So now I've got a sparkly hand, something or other.
So whereas mine was simply a lantern, you get a fancy
I-
science device.
Yeah. I now have the power
Crackety!
of science. Yo, check me out. I am a one-man disco.
Crackety is right, that's some pretty great crackles. And now you get the exact same tutorial! Because you can actually go to these in either order, and they have to be sure.
Because they couldn't, set an event flag to, indicate that you've seen the tutorial once. You probably don't need to see it a second time.
That's double sure technology. Or maybe they just liked their little sun and moon guy characters so much that they had to squeeze in the extra, like... You can almost do the monkey.
Yeah, I'm doing the stop in the name of love dance. Just putting my hands out there. Doing the E-Honda. I've released him. Is he
man.
gonna start blowing things up now?
Maybe he'll be a boss later. Thanks for releasing
That'd be
me,
pretty sweet.
chumps. Time to conquer Earth. You can tell people to tell it to the hand.
Yeah.
That's what your little move is about.
And then I do a little... When I release it, I get a little Saturday Night Fever action.
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's get out of here. Those guys were kind of weird.
Seriously, that's got to be the barrier to our egress, right? Getting the hand things, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
That's all that
I
stuff
mean,
means.
Clearly, this is vital to the plot, that we learn how to manipulate elemental forces through sheer mental
Yep,
fortitude.
and only once. No way are we doing this a second time. No, sir, I am being shocked.
Disco!
Fine.
Oh god.
You get it in the butt.
Okay, but now we're even.
Yeah. Well, looks like one for you and one for me. Pretty obvious.
Hey guys, did you get both of those hand powers?
So I'll let everyone in on a little secret. Right here, this is where Medibot and I first tried the trick where you hit L and R at the same time, and it sets both bros' moves to jump, which would be really slick and useful in a lot of cases, but for us, it made the game restart, and that time I hadn't saved.
Miserable.
So we had to go through those tutorials again.
Super advanced glitch, bro.
I had to kill those crabs again. I think I did a better job killing the crabs the first time. I don't really remember. And now we're under
in
the
sea, which is the worst possible place to be in this entire game.
It's like lower than a sewer level. All sewers drain into the sea. Think about it.
We're basically, like, just swimming through, like, thousands of years of concentrated sewage.
It's got sand at the bottom of it. They keep sand in the sea. Like, it's not awful enough to begin with. They have to include sand as well. Anyway, there's just some new enemies. We have some bloopers. Or mega classics. How...
Oh yeah, that's... You know, if you're in the ocean, it's like, okay, you're probably gonna have to fight some of these guys.
And then we also have Goombas and little diving bells.
They try to sort of woozle on over to you, but...
Yeah, their only tell is the
head.
fact that they go really slowly, so you can just sort of tell who they're aiming at. Same thing with the bloopers, really, that you just notice which one they're aimed at, and there's enough time to react with the hammer. You also have to jump on them, because the hammer and the hand do not go high enough.
They'll just float out of the way and call you a nerd.
I think in some circumstances the Goomba divers land.
Yeah, if they're standing on the ground, like if you get a turn before they float upwards, you can tag them with any of your attacks.
The bloopers never land, though.
No. What would they land with?
They're also staring out the fourth wall. I'm getting mesmerized over here.
They're like,
bloop, bloop.
I see you, player. Look at you, running through my seabed. Scared. I don't know. They're weird. Thanks for crushing it. Makes me feel a lot better, really.
I think the staring out the fourth wall and the oddness helps.
There we go. He lands and does a little... he does a much faster attack.
It helps.
Let's see. Does he like my thunder power? He feels neutral about it.
Yeah, you got a lucky hit. With the hands, and this is unique among all of your weapons, if you hit an enemy who has an elemental weakness to your magic, then the word critical appears.
That's pretty great, because it'll do double damage automatically.
The gimmick with the sea, aside from being a horrible waste, and being awful in every possible way, and just miserable, is the fact that it has these spikes all over it. Right? Now, when you land on the spikes, it sends you back to some arbitrary point in the middle of the sea that they decided was supposed to be the drop-off point, or whatever. This is going to happen a couple of times. It happened when we first entered the room. Oh, and you can swim, but only a certain height. Oh, and the charming Goomba diver decided to be right there, right at the spawn point.
Yeah. They show little bubbles on the map to where they're about to drop down, but it's not the easiest thing in the world to notice. And
that time I didn't think we even had time to get out of the way of it.
Probably not.
We would have had to been right on point with that. So, having demonstrated one of everything the sea has to offer, we should be done with this. I honestly should have cut it right here and then said, and then we get out of the sea. But no, I decided to show the dungeon. Oh, it's also hard to tell
you
how
get a cute little
high
dungeon
up you
down
are.
here that you sort of have to come back to later.
I mean, it is the sea. It's not a dungeon in the sense that you solve the maze and get to the boss and then it's over. It's more of a crossroads for that.
It's more of a dungeon in the sense that you get sent here when you do something wrong.
Yeah.
This is your punishment.
It's a dungeon because it's the bottommost point of everything. It's the place where you go to be forgotten. The oubliette.
It's easy to forget things at the bottom of the sea.
I'm pretty sure
I like the way
Siri will
those
tell
spikes
you
are
to hide
moving, though.
bodies in the sea. Which sort of makes sense if you think about it. Siri.
What is the deal with the way those spikes are pulsating, though? That's messing with
Hold
me.
on, these guys are new. And they're
Yeah.
only but not quite staring out the fourth wall the same way the bloopers are. And they're Kraken like.
Wait, these guys were in the forest.
Well, these are the underwater kind. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's another
He's
golden
made of
one.
gold, but he is also buoyant.
His urchin
They hate fire.
spikes. And pest nuts.
How did they get to the bottom of the sea?
Spikes are dense.
I guess they just rolled into a river by accident and drifted away?
Some other more powerful monster shat them out. Oh, critical, there it goes. So yeah, they were weak to fire. And another gold one. How did... Well, way it goes.
Never to be seen again.
Now we just have to deal with the bloopers, who are tanks. I mean, they're not very
Yeah,
complex.
they can take quite a beating.
These guys.
But,
Yeah,
you
there
know,
we go.
getting lucky hits helps a lot.
Bam.
Blessedly, you can actually deal counter-attack damage to them on each one of their turns, so that speeds it up a bit. Spike badges?
Yeah, I think that's my reward for killing the pest nuts. Or getting gold pest nuts, or...
I don't...
I don't know. I don't know if that counts as a gold kill, either. I want it to,
Probably
but
not.
I don't know the numbers. Oh, the charming part about this room is that when you finish the combat, you have to mash your button as soon as you get out of it.
Oh yeah, or you will
Or else you'll
quickly
just sort
fall
of-
into the
you'll
spikes, which will touch you with spikes.
So,
And
as
then
the
you-
menu indicates here, I'm gonna put on the spike badge and get the spiny killer jump.
Oh god. Spiny Killer Jump is...
Or maybe I
Pretty
put it on
brutal.
later. Well, I don't remember. But anyway, it's pretty great. Wait, maybe I don't equip that until I get the other version of it.
Could be,
There's
because I
a-
know you get the other...
There is a
version.
better version.
Yes.
I know for a fact that I used that a bunch. And also, I mean, there aren't that many spiky enemies around here. I couldn't for the longest time tell that the entrance to this room was an entrance and not a wall. It's, difficult to get a sense of depth when you're in the ocean like this. Depth. Oh, also, hey Babby, can you remember 5 things?
Maybe?
It's even simpler than that, really. Just do the whole sequence. Then a nearby coral shrinks for no reason. You know, akin to the last dungeon, I guess it was... Hoo-Hoo Mountain? Where you make the little man stop being on fire, and then he eats his own breath, and then some other nearby statue spits out a whirlwind.
Oh yeah.
I want to say that was way more... Look, again! Again, it's a gold one. What the hell? Yeah, I knew they could be regular. Jeez. Oh, this might be it. This is... No, this is just tanking up. Okay. But yeah, the shrinking coral, not as bizarre as the whirlwind from the goofy face being in the sea.
Oh god. Oh god, we're out. We can get out. We can use this pipe.
So now we're on
We don't have to be in the ocean.
Oh, the castle side. Brilliant. Talk to those jerks who sent us on this big dumb quest.
Hey, jerks.
Where's your plan now, huh? Yeah, you really showed that Cackletta and destroyed the damn Bean Star, which I presume is important.
Yeah, is it insinuated that it's actually bad for it to remain in the 4 pieces?
I did just sort of assume that, because they had ascribed importance to it. And, you know, even if it's just something like the crown jewels, they wouldn't want to be like, oh yeah, this is 1/4 of the crown jewels or whatever. Oh man, that is Cackletta's soul.
That is some advanced wizardry.
Whoa. It's all General Brigand absorbing Odin up in here, or possessing, there we go.
Need some Visine for that.
Use the possessive. Oh look, a surfing spot and a rock I can't break. Well, that'll never be important.
How can surfing ever be important in a game like this?
Probably just some stupid minigame.
Three bison. Yeah, your glorious plan was awful, and now you're going to yutz around. But we have to go to the airport?
Wow.
Way to tick.
Wait, why is she coming this way?
To visit? To check on us, because we're great.
You know what? I'll take it. So off we go.
She
Hey,
just
we can
can't
collect these
stand
now.
being away from us for too long. And really, who could? I know some people actually have to get a prescription just to make sure they get enough of us every week.
But you can get your vitamin K in lots of places.
But do people know they're getting the vitamin K? Vitamin K only works if you know you're getting it.
What? That can't possibly be correct.
Sure it does. It's
Come on.
a vitamin like that necessary for...
By the way, ta-da! That's why we
functions.
opened that way.
Oh yeah,
couple
by the way,
videos
if you
ago.
didn't hit that, enjoy the long walk.
Yeah. Oh, our hammers also aren't good enough to break that rock either. I'm pretty sure we've fought these guys before. These little beans with wings on them.
Oh yeah, those jerks. Uh-oh, looks like the pylons are out.
Can't get to the airport.
Better do something about that.
Light up the taxiway beacons
I'm
for
the
it.
master of electricity. Explosions.
The lights on the sides of the taxiway are blue. Of course, the taxiway is only good for taxis driving up to where the planes take off from, but, you know, it helps.
Do they even have taxis?
Oh, definitely. Go to any airport. What's wrong with you?
All I'm saying is that this isn't exactly the most advanced kingdom in the world.
Oh, I think it might be.
Might be the most advanced.
For certain values of advanced. Oh, yes. We have a couple friendly NPCs who don't really tell us much. That guy is talking about pornographic sequences. Oh, whew! Good thing I got rid of that Chicola Cola back when. They would have had to confiscate it. That would be unpleasant.
Oh god. All at once?
Yeah, they would have had to do the full-on cavity search. Every cavity.
I don't know, you take pretty good care of your teeth.
Also, there are plants in the runway.
They're surprisingly non-aggressive from what I'm used to.
Work ethic. asking to see our work ethic. We fixed their entire sewers security system dungeon. Oh well, I guess we just beat them up. Looks kind of lame, right?
Yeah, light them on fire or something. Oh.
Huh.
It made it happy? But how can a plant absorb fire?
Well, it is a piranha plant, and it does breathe.
But that worked all the time. You know, that was the one thing that did work. Because you can't jump on them.
Well, here's the scoop. You deal with them by doing this. You tank up, like I love doing so well, and then you spit it at the plant, and Luigi lights it on electricity, and it gets shocked. And you get this little cutscene, and I've spliced together all the scenes where we do that. So here it is, 2, 3. You're actually on screen for this one, which is why it shifted. 4. And then you get the 5th one, and it hatches into a monster.
Oh god.
That took 15 minutes. It didn't actually take. It was more like 5, but still. 5 minutes of us walking around doing that same thing to every piranha plant on 3 different huge screens. Oh, also there were beans all over the place that we collected.
Oh yeah. Delicious beans.
So aren't I a merciful master here in our
boss.
lengthy double episode? We get this little neatly packed sequence.
Fight a boss.
Oh, I don't look forward to this. Maybe I can get the drop on... couldn't get the drop on him.
He's packing heat.
So I'm gonna admit right up that
2 6-shooters.
I don't have the best beat on exactly how you're supposed to kill this boss. Now we know that the hand attacks have specific critical amount, like the blue ones. Yeah, but Mario can fire attack the blue ones for critical. And Luigi can lightning attack the red ones for critical, and that's something. But like as soon as you jump or hurt the main one in any way, and they get 3 counterattacks.
Yep. And, each active piranha plant gets to, you know, it's sort of in a frenzy, and so sometimes its aim is a bit off. But it gets to try 3 counter hits, and that adds up because they're not the easiest thing to dodge when you don't really know what they're about to try. You know, see, the blue one just sort of missed over here. And we can also shoot giant motor ball.
Yeah, and then he also gets his regular attack in the round and regenerates hit points. Oh, and then the 2 get their regular attacks. So,
What we're getting at here is that this boss gets entirely too many actions.
I would be okay. I would be okay with the whole thing. I would forgive it all if. This is a pretty big if for what it is. Damn it. I'm gonna have to like heal myself or use some nuts. I think nuts would be best here.
Yeah, I think we should try to get
Pretty
nuts.
sure this is getting nuts. There we go. Yeah, when it regrew the plants, they didn't immediately get to act. Like, if they had to spend their action regrowing, then that would make sense. But it just sort of like, oh, no, I get these back. Oh, I get attacks. Oh, I get counterattacks. Oh, everything. And I'm also having a really terrible time dodging. Didn't realize just how bad it got. So yeah, here I'll destroy this, and then he'll... Oh wow, we have a brief window. I think living is more important though.
Yeah, better get nuts again. Fill up my tank. It gets both of them back as a single action.
Yeah, and
regenerates.
And then
both
they
of
get
the
to
things
act.
that just grew get to attack.
Sooner or later I'm going to... There we go, I finally dodged one. Jeez. Stay on the defensive here. I guess that's why I'm having such a terrible time of things. This is a battle where we're on the defensive, which I'm bad at. Oh, killed one of my plants, huh? Well, screw you. I'm gonna make him back right there.
You see, the boss has changed polarity into a blue jerk? Or purple? I can't quite tell what color they're really going.
I'm gonna go with
you.
purple jerk because that sounds funnier. I mean, I guess if he's spending his action regrowing the others, then he's not shooting a big fireball at us. Then again, that one is kind of easy to counterattack and does counterattack damage. Like, even now, I don't know the right strategy for this guy.
Sometimes it wouldn't regrow the guy, and then sometimes it would. But then it's like, if his two helpers match, then he becomes the color of the helpers and things, and
yeah.
The other option, which we're sort of trying out here, I forget if we really go with it, is to get rid of one of the helpers and then just eat the counters.
Yeah. One out of the 3 fireballs will miss, just sort of naturally. The third one will go. Oh, okay, or I'm wrong, and it's just most of the time that happened. Man.
If you've got a, I guess, tanky build like Luigi has, you can just sort of accept, you know, the massive amount of shots coming at you in the form of counterattacks, dodge most of them, thumb through the rest, and just get your elixir.
Yeah, this is sort of us picking up on the fact that the main plant is disinclined to regrow the others if he only grows one, but he will definitely regrow the 2. He is regenerating a hell of a lot of health.
Yeah, it's like I was tagging him for 28 with, you know, doubled damage, so that's kinda brutal.
Of course, if we leave one weakened, kill the other, counter kill, come on. There we go. I guess that helps offset his regen a little. Now we just need a big, meaty chopper to take it out. Spaducka. Oh.
Well, that was definitely meaty. I don't know if that was exactly the kind of meat we were going for.
Could have been a little more. I mean, ultimately, when you get a correct chopper off, you'll get about another third, again, that damage. I mean, exciting as it is to see lots of numbers pop out of your enemies, it's not... I mean, the ones that pop out are not all that great. Ooh boy!
Where's he getting all of these new piranha plants from?
I know, didn't we, like, start off by...
exist in the world?
Didn't we start off by killing a whole bunch of them?
Yeah. And that took him, like, making those took him like 6 weeks. Where's he getting these so fast from?
A mass problem. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be some genius strategy out there, like, oh, you have to, like, flip the egg shell off of his head, and then he takes extra damage from jumps, and then he's just dead. I don't know. There's... Maybe that shuts off his regen, maybe there's a way to get him to stop regrowing little guys. I don't really know what my other options are.
Like, maybe if you just consistently... No.
Maybe the...
Here's the correct strategy for this fight. Dodge a lot.
Yeah. Maybe the joke
Keep
is that he
attacking
ultimately
the head.
doesn't have very many hit points, and so if we had just been extremely aggressive from the outset, it wouldn't have taken so long. There we go. Got the counter hit off. You know what I'm thinking? Give him the chop! Yeah!
You could have hit it with fire. That also would have been pretty great.
That felt pretty good. Ooh, he's taking out a different attack, which is telegraphed so well that we dodged it the first time we ever saw it. Then again, we also got a lot of practice at that one specifically from the border jump.
Yes.
Oh, there it is, Spiny Badge A. Okay.
Spiny Badge A? That sounds exotic and powerful. Basically, we won when he decided not to do defensive actions.
Also, that... I mean, the flip side of that is that even when we were like able to dodge the little ones, those attacks took a while. You squished him with your butt.
I sat on him.
Right. So with their little counterattack sequence taking a lot of time, it just inflates the length of time. But anyway, now the princess has cleared the land for, whatever.